Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Truck Guy Joe. Thank you for your time today and thank you for joining me. On this video, we're gonna do another fuel mileage test on the 2021 Duramax with the 10-speed automatic. This is a 3500 single rear wheel, a little bit of a tongue twister there, standard box, not the long box. On an earlier upload that I did, I pulled the gooseneck trailer that I have with a low cab forward on the truck. So you got a flat nose, it was a crew cab chassis, and I wasn't real impressed with the fuel mileage. And it's probably me just having maybe too high of expectations, and I should have known better based on the factors that existed in that video. The mileage wasn't gonna be all that great. And I had a lot of you guys comment and actually make me feel a lot better that I was honestly being dramatic. I mean, and not on purpose, but just for some reason I just thought the mileage would have been a little bit better. So, and that video, the truck had under 500 miles when I started that trip. We had the flat nose truck with a lot of wind resistance. And where I went down to Tennessee, people were moving on those interstates. I had to go 70 to 75 just to keep up. So now the truck has about 7,800 miles, slightly broken in, maybe mileage will be a little bit better, and the truck that I'm taking down weighs about the same as this chassis, a little bit more. I'm gonna say this truck weighs more, but I'm taking a regular pickup truck down, so the aerodynamics should be better. So given those circumstances, let's see this round how we do on fuel mileage. Let me show you the truck I'm taking down, something really special, and you're gonna see this truck on YouTube in the future. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, my account is Truck Guy Joe, just like the YouTube channel. So please follow along if you like. I don't like to push that or, you know, be pushy, whatever. But I do try to do a lot of just truck related stuff. That's basically what I put on there, is everything truck related, truck sales, other things as well, you know, little hobbies and little passions. But in general, follow along and you'll get to see some other neat stuff I get to be involved with, like that square body Chevy that's up on the lift there. A little bit about this GMC, Jimmy right here, plow truck, you know, gooseneck and towing stuff. Maybe my plow truck. I share some things about my 2001 big block. Just my passions and hobbies basically exist inside this building. So this stuff gets me really fired up. You know, inside the enclosed trailer, there's my GMC Cyclone. You know, if you don't know what those are, just look them up. They're really cool, neat, rare truck. But today's video, I took this truck on trade. Greg, here it is. Greg, this is your truck if you're watching. It's been in here the whole time. It's safe. We're taking good care of it. This is a 2019 3/4 ton high country L5P Duramax. I sold this truck to Sam down at LRA, Lime Ridge Automotive. You know, trucks and diesels, I mean, check them out. Check out Lime Ridge Auto, Instagram, check them out. They've got Facebook. They're easy to find. They're in Mountain Joy, PA. They have a plethora of awesome, clean trucks, and this is gonna be one they're getting in, and they already have an end user for this, so this truck is technically sold. I'm just facilitating getting it down there to Sam so they can get it to the end user. Why did they want this truck? Let me show you something here. 2019, so keep in mind, this baby's about 2.5 years old. Let's peek at the odometer. What's it got? 20,000, 10,000, maybe it's got 5,000 miles, maybe it's got, you know, 1,000 miles, maybe it has 500, no. 467 miles, 467, I hope you can see that. This truck is literally brand new, still has the mats from when they deliver it at the dealership. I don't think anyone's sat in the passenger seat, no one's been in the back. This is a 467 original mile, brand new 2019 high country. It's technically a used truck, but part of the deal with Sam is he needed this truck, wanted this truck, has an end user. They wanted the miles to stay under 500. I said, not a problem. We're gonna put it on the trailer. I'll bring it down to you. And that's when the light bulb went off. Let's try to do another fuel mileage loop because I think the truck can do a little better. So let's get her loaded up. As I mentioned the night before, I'm gonna leave bright and early, and we'll take her from there. here is the start of our trip. Full tank of fuel, reset the average mileage and the trip meter, and we are just under 7,800 miles. All right, so we've traveled 255.5 miles. You know, we're getting down on fuel, so I figured I would just stop at this point. According to the trips computer, we averaged 9.6, so we did do a little better this time. So let's actually go out and fill the truck up, top it off, and we'll do the manual calculation to see exactly what the mileage was with the trip. So it quit at 27.312. We'll just do a top off. I let it sit for a while. I went inside and got the camera, so we'll just go ahead and squeeze it one more time. All right. So here's where we ended up. 27.645. 255.6. 255.6. Divide that by the fuel, 27.64. Divide 27.64. 9.24. So we did better. Better than last time. That makes me feel better, so we can maybe attribute that to the truck being broken in a little more, seeing that it's got over 8,000 miles now, and the truck that I pulled, more aerodynamic versus that low cab Ford that had a flat nose, so it creates a ton of wind resistance. Altogether, the trailer, 7,000 pounds, that truck is 7,500, so we're pulling about 14,500 pounds. Truck was a little more generous, said we did 9.6, but in general, I'm happy it did better. So I can, rest assured that mileage maybe will getting a little better over time, but we did beat the last mileage. I feel better. Let's continue on with the trip. We are almost to Lime Ridge Auto. Just pulled up, letting the truck cool down. This is kind of an auxiliary overflow lot for these guys. They sure have a lot of trucks. Got a whole line up here. But as I mentioned earlier, these guys carry pretty much all heavy duty stuff, 3/4 ton and heavier, gas and diesel, a lot of diesel trucks. Main office is here, more trucks out back. Nice stripes in the yard, can appreciate the stripes as a former landscaper. So we'll get this unloaded. That way Sam can get this truck and everybody can get on with their day. This is gonna wrap it up. I'm back to the shop, the trip is over. Everything went very well. I really can't complain. A little bit of traffic issues here and there, some construction, but when you are on the interstate, that is to be expected. Two things I want to go over again, just to reiterate, to make your trip more enjoyable. Number one, this tire pressure monitoring system is awesome. I'm very happy with it. This is the monitor that I keep in the truck, and there are screw-on sensors that are on the valve stems on the trailer tires. But it's just so nice to be going down the interstate and I can know my tire pressures and temperatures. And this will alert you if you start to lose air fast. Also alert you if your temps get too high. And if your PSI gets too high. So you got a lot of different parameters that you can monitor. And the nicest thing about this is if you lose air fast, you can quickly pull over to safety and potentially keep yourself from completely shredding a tire. You can pull over, pull the spare down, and get back on the road. Also, the work lights that O'Reilly equipment put on this trailer. Let me show you these LED lights. So there's a battery box right here. I'm sorry the lighting is terrible here, but just your plastic enclosure, if you will. There's a battery in here. The battery's for the winch. I do have a winch that we can put in here to warn 12,000 pound, but also wired to the winch are these LEDs. Nice toggle switch here. But it's just nice for backing in. These lights give you a much better field of vision, because your eyes can kind of play tricks on you when you're backing up against like that white trailer there. So when I do park the trailer, I just flip these babies on because it allows me to back into the building and see a little better, and it gives me a little more peace of mind that I'm not gonna potentially back into something and damage anything. So let me just show you these lights. They're extremely bright. Boy, outside at night, holy cow, you should see the vision they give you. And the last little thing I'm gonna mention is when I ordered the truck from GM, I ordered the auxiliary trailering camera that's meant to go on the back of the trailer. So I am going to get that installed at some point here. I want to get it, find a good place for it, a safe place, because it will be in harm's way. Let's face it, it does mount to the back of the trailer, so I got to be careful where I put it. But that would help me in a situation where I'm actually parking the trailer between these two, between the camper and this trailer here, and also say if I want to straddle the finish mower, or if I'm backing up to a truck, whatever the case may be. It would be nice to be able to activate the screen inside the truck to see what is actually behind the trailer. We're going to end it here. Appreciate your time if you're still watching. Any questions or comments, I always welcome them. I always try to do my best to answer and get back to you. But most importantly, just thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to try to work on some other videos, some more content for you. Now that summer's coming and the weather's getting better, I hope to get outdoors and do more for you. Have a good night. Take care.